Ethan, who is reluctantly brought to the alien queen's palace. Ethan is tense. The air is thick with strange energy. Alien guards watch his every move. Suspense builds as he wonders why the queen herself summoned him. The queen, Solara, appears. She is regal, powerful, and otherworldly. Her aura commands obedience, yet her eyes betray confusion and struggle. She asks him, "How can I be your wife, human?" Flashback, we learn Ethan accidentally saved the queen during a raid by rival aliens. She is fascinated by his courage, kindness, and humanity, a rarity in her galaxy. Solara is torn. She cannot publicly admit her feelings because her position demands respect and power. But privately, she has grown emotionally attached. The palace is full of tension. Advisors and alien nobles whisper about Ethan. Some see him as a threat, others as a miracle. Ethan struggles to understand why an alien queen would care for him. Suspense grows because the audience doesn't know whether Solara will embrace her feelings or destroy him. Welcome to my channel Starlight Sci-Fi Stories. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. The twin sons of Zytheran cast a soft, golden glow across the alien palace. Its towering crystal spires shimmered in the light, reflecting colors Ethan had never seen on Earth. He stood at the massive gates, unsure of why the queen herself had summoned him. The guards, tall and imposing, clad in iridescent armor, watched him silently, their glowing eyes following his every move. His heart pounded in his chest. Inside the palace, corridors stretched endlessly, glowing with alien energy that pulsed like a heartbeat. The air smelled faintly metallic, tinged with something sweet and strange. Ethan felt small, insignificant, yet strangely drawn forward. Every step toward the throne room made him more anxious, but also more curious. Finally, he entered the Great Hall. The ceiling stretched miles above, adorned with floating lights that shifted and danced. At the far end, sitting on a throne carved from translucent crystal, was Solara, the alien queen. She radiated power and authority, her posture perfect, her eyes glowing faintly with an inner fire. Ethan froze, unsure whether to bow or speak. Solara looked at him, and for a moment, all the power in the room seemed to vanish. Her gaze softened, as if struggling with something deep inside. Then she spoke, her voice calm but strained. "How can I be your wife, human?" Ethan blinked. He wasn't expecting that. Not the question, not the tone, not the emotion. The queen's eyes held a mixture of frustration, fear, and longing. It was confusing, impossible even, yet compelling. I don't know what to say, Your Majesty," Ethan replied carefully. "I never expected this." Solara rose, her movements fluid and almost liquid in their grace. She stepped down from her throne, coming closer, yet still maintaining the air of authority. "You saved me," she said, voice barely above a whisper. "During the raid, you did what no alien could. You risked your life for mine." Ethan remembered that day vividly. He had been part of an exploration team that stumbled into a violent ambush. While others panicked, he had acted instinctively, protecting Solara from harm. He had never imagined it would bring him here, standing in the alien queen's private hall. "Queen Solara, I only did what anyone would do," Ethan said. "I didn't expect this." Her eyes darkened. "You don't understand, human. In my world, showing mercy, showing kindness, it is rare. Most humans I have heard of are weak, selfish. You are different. You make me feel something I have never felt before." Ethan's stomach tightened. He didn't fully understand her, but he felt the weight of her words. "I don't want to cause you trouble, Your Majesty. I only want to be honest and respectful." Solara's hands trembled slightly. She had spent countless cycles hiding her emotions, maintaining the image of the untouchable, perfect queen. But here, alone with him, the weight of her feelings threatened to overwhelm her. "I cannot hide it any longer," she said, almost to herself. "I cannot bear it. But the thought of being with a human, it is dangerous." Ethan took a careful step closer. "Dangerous for you, or for me?" Solara's eyes glimmered with uncertainty. "For both. You could be killed, or worse. My people might never accept this. And yet, I cannot stop thinking about you." Outside, whispers floated through the corridors. Rumors of a coup had begun. A faction of alien nobles, jealous and fearful, sought to challenge Solara's rule. Ethan felt a surge of protectiveness. He may have been human, but he wasn't helpless. "Solara," he said gently, "we will face that together. You don't have to do this alone." Her gaze softened, yet the tension remained. It is not only the threat to my rule. If I am seen as weak, as influenced by a human, everything I have built could crumble. And yet, I cannot ignore my heart. Ethan's mind raced. He had always thought of humans as fragile, small beings in the vast galaxy. But here he was, standing before a creature of unimaginable power, and yet feeling an unusual strength within himself, a strength born of courage, curiosity, and humanity. Then let us find a way, he said. A way that doesn't risk your throne, but allows honesty, and maybe something more. Solara studied him for a long moment. His words, simple as they were, carried a weight few others could match. They were not demands, not flattery, but a promise. A promise of respect, understanding, and shared courage. A sudden sound echoed through the hall, a ripple in the alien energy, faint but unmistakable. Solara stiffened. The palace guards moved silently, scanning the corridors. Ethan noticed a hint of fear in her otherwise composed expression. They are here, Solara whispered. The rebels, they know you are close to me. They will not hesitate. Ethan's heart thudded. This was no longer just a conversation about feelings. Survival had become urgent. Then we move carefully, he said. Together. Solara nodded, her resolve hardening. You are brave, human. I did not expect this. I did not expect to feel this way. But I cannot stop it. They moved to a private chamber, hidden deep within the palace. Crystals lining the walls cast a soft, pulsating light, bathing them in warm hues. Here, Solara allowed herself a moment of vulnerability. She spoke of her childhood, of the loneliness that came with power, and the constant expectation to remain untouchable. Ethan listened. Every word, every pause, every sigh revealed the person behind the queen. He saw the fear, the longing, and the courage. And he realized that humans had a quality that even the most powerful aliens often lacked: empathy, courage in the face of the impossible, and hope. I do not know if this can work, Solara admitted, tears threatening her eyes. The consequences, they could be fatal. And yet, I feel that I cannot turn back. Ethan reached out, hesitating only a moment before placing a hand near hers. Not touching, not imposing, just showing presence. Then we take it one step at a time. No rush, no demands, only honesty. That is enough. Solara's eyes softened. She wanted to believe him, to trust him. But the palace outside remained alive with whispers, with danger, with uncertainty. She knew the next days would test them both, in ways neither could predict. A sudden vibration ran through the chamber. Ethan looked to the walls, then to Solara. Her face hardened. The rebels were moving, testing the palace defenses. They will not wait, she said. I cannot keep you safe unless we act quickly. Ethan felt a surge of determination. Then we act together, whatever comes. Solara's gaze met his, fierce and unguarded. For the first time, the queen allowed herself to show not only power but vulnerability, hope, and longing. I cannot bear it any longer, she whispered. If I stay silent, we may both be lost. But if I act, can I trust you, human? Ethan's heart skipped a beat. Trust, respect, courage, words that carried more weight than power or threat. You can trust me, he said, firmly but gently. I will not let anything happen to you. And whatever comes, we face it together. Solara's eyes glimmered with something like relief and fear. The story ended not with resolution, but with possibility. Outside, the palace remained a place of whispers, threats, and danger. Inside, two hearts, alien and human, dared to hope. And in that hope lay the spark of something the galaxy had never seen before. A partnership between human courage and alien power, a bond that might defy rules, tradition, and fate itself. The palace corridors trembled with tension. Outside, whispers of rebellion had become the shouts of action. Ethan and Solara moved quickly, navigating the labyrinth of alien architecture. The air pulsed with energy, crystals casting long, shifting shadows that seemed almost alive. Every step brought them closer to danger, and closer together. Solara's eyes, fierce and determined, never left Ethan. You must stay close, she whispered. If they find you alone, it will be the end. Ethan nodded. I'm not leaving your side. We face this together. Their first challenge came quickly. A group of alien rebels, clad in dark armor and wielding energy weapons, appeared at the end of a corridor. Their leader, a tall, imposing figure, sneered. Step aside, Queen, he hissed. Or your human companion dies. Ethan felt the weight of the moment. He could run, hide, or fight. But the human's advantage, he realized, was not raw power. It was creativity, ingenuity, and courage. He grabbed a nearby energy conduit and yanked it toward the floor. Sparks flew, and the rebels recoiled, giving him and Solara precious seconds to move. She, in turn, used her alien powers, manipulating energy fields to shield them. Together, human cunning and alien power created a synergy no rebel had anticipated. Ethan marveled at how much strength Solara held, and how much more formidable they were together. Once the immediate threat passed, Solara led him to a hidden chamber deep in the palace. The walls glowed faintly, pulsating with alien energy. Here, she could speak freely, without fear of interruption. "I never imagined I could feel this way," she admitted, her voice trembling. "A human, not just brave, but wise. Not just curious, but compassionate." Ethan smiled, brushing a hand near hers. "And I never imagined I'd find someone like you, Solara. Not just a queen, but someone who understands courage, responsibility, and the heart." Solara looked at him, eyes softening. "But the danger, it is not over. The rebels are powerful, and many will not accept us. How can I trust that humanity can survive here?" Ethan's mind raced. Survive, not just survive. Humans adapt, learn, and fight for what matters. We've faced impossible odds before, and we do it again. Not because we're strong, but because we refuse to give up. Solara studied him. There was a fire in his words, a determination she had rarely seen in any alien or human alike. Slowly, her shoulders relaxed. "Then we must act," she said. "And if we succeed, then perhaps we can be together openly. If not, then perhaps." Her voice trailed off, leaving the unspoken thought hanging: death, dishonor, or exile. Ethan squeezed her hand. "Then we act." They emerged from the chamber, moving through secret passages. The rebels were closing in, but the palace itself seemed to respond to Solara's presence. Energy pulses shifted, doors opened, barriers activated. She had power beyond imagination, and with Ethan's strategic mind, they could turn the tide. The rebels' leader confronted them in the central hall, a vast arena of light and crystal. "Step down, Queen," he demanded, "or your human dies." Solara stepped forward, her voice ringing with authority. "I will not step down. And no one will harm him." Ethan, standing beside her, felt fear, yes, but also clarity. He realized why humans could succeed where others failed. Not because of sheer strength, but because of courage, ingenuity, and the willingness to stand for what is right. "Queen or not," Ethan shouted, "you cannot intimidate what is true. And we fight for what we believe in." Solara nodded at him, and together they launched a counterattack. Ethan used the palace's environment to his advantage, creating diversions and traps. Solara wielded her alien energy with precision, striking at rebels while protecting Ethan. Their combination of strategy and raw power overwhelmed the attackers. The battle reached its climax when the rebel leader lunged at Solara with a deadly weapon. Ethan intercepted, throwing himself in front of her. For a moment, time seemed to freeze. Then, Solara's energy shield flared brilliantly, sending the rebel leader sprawling. Silence followed. The remaining rebels fled, defeated or captured. The palace was safe, for now. Solara turned to Ethan, her expression a mixture of relief and vulnerability. "You risked everything for me," she said softly. "Why?" Ethan smiled, breathless. "Because humans do what they must. And because I trust you, I believe in you." Her eyes shimmered with unshed tears. I cannot bear it any longer," she whispered. "I want to be with you, Ethan. Not just as a queen, but as someone who loves you." Ethan's heart soared. "I feel the same. And I promise, I will not let fear or tradition stand in our way." For the first time, the palace felt peaceful. Outside, the galaxy remained vast and uncertain, but inside, two hearts, one human, one alien, had found unity. They had faced danger, rebellion, and uncertainty, and emerged stronger, together. Solara took Ethan's hand and led him to the balcony. The twin suns of Zytheran dipped below the horizon, painting the sky with colors neither human nor alien had named. "This," she said, gazing at the horizon, "is a beginning. Not just for us, but for what it means. Humans and aliens, together. Stronger than anyone imagined." Ethan squeezed her hand. "Together, always." Solara turned to him, a rare, genuine smile lighting her face. "Then let the galaxy witness. I, Solara, Queen of Zytheran, choose my human companion. I will bear the risk, the scrutiny, all of it. Because I cannot bear to be without him." The crowd of palace observers, loyal nobles, soldiers, and attendants, watched in stunned silence. Some whispered, some gasped, but all saw the courage, trust, and bond between human and queen. Ethan looked around. He had never imagined himself in such a place, in such a moment. And yet, he understood something vital. Humanity's greatest power was not dominance, not numbers, not weapons. It was heart, mind, and courage. It was the ability to stand for what is right, to protect those we love, and to fight even when the odds are impossible. Solara leaned closer, her forehead resting gently against his. I could bear it no longer, hiding, fearing, doubting. Now, we face the future together. Whatever it brings. Ethan nodded. Whatever it brings. As the twin suns set, casting long shadows across the palace, a new era began. Not only for Solara and Ethan, but for all who would witness the bond between human courage and alien power. Together, they were unstoppable. Together, they had rewritten the rules of the galaxy. And as night fell on Zytheron, one thing was certain. No force, no rebellion, no ancient tradition could suppress the strength of hearts united in trust, courage, and love.